Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my esteemed audience from Biafra, both at home and abroad. Once again, we are pleased to present another update from your reliable source, 24/7 News Boss. Kindly like this video, share it, subscribe, and activate the notification button to ensure you are the first to receive our updates. So, without wasting much of our time, we have to go straight to the news update. The indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) yesterday warned that it has no room for violence, criminality and public disorder in the name of agitation for Biafra. A statement by IPOB signed by its Media and Publicity Secretary Emma Powerful titled "Public Warning: No room for violence, criminality or public disorder in the name of agitation for Biafra," declares IPOB. The pro-Biafra group warned all persons, groups or individuals, self-acclaimed commanders, agitators or enforcers who are directly or indirectly attempting to exploit its just cause to foment violence, commit atrocities or destabilize Igbo land under any guise to refrain from that or will be fished out. IPOB's statement read: "The leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) under the supreme command of our leader Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hereby issues a stern and unequivocal public warning to all persons, groups or individuals, whether self-acclaimed commanders, agitators or enforcers who are directly or indirectly attempting to exploit our just cause to foment violence, commit atrocities or destabilize our homeland under any guise to refrain from that or have yourselves to be blamed." In recent weeks, we have observed with grave concern a disturbing escalation of insecurity in parts of the southeast and south-south, including kidnappings in Enugu and Imo State, gruesome killings of civilians and security agents in Abia and Anambra, and the indiscriminate extortion of traders and commuters in Ebonyi State and Anambra State. These heinous acts, carried out by both state and non-state actors, are completely antithetical to the ideals and philosophy of IPOB. Let it be known to all and sundry that neither Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nor the leadership structure of IPOB, from the Directorate of State (DOS) to the last unit coordinator across the globe, has sanctioned any form of disturbance, violence or criminal operation in Biafra land. Our leader has consistently called for total calm, restraint and strategic focus as we approach the decisive conclusion of his ongoing legal battle. We reiterate in the clearest terms possible that IPOB is not and has never been a violent organization. Our strategy for the peaceful and lawful restoration of Biafra is anchored on legal instruments, diplomatic engagement, referenda and mass mobilization, not bloodshed for any reason, criminality or coercion. Those who carry out kidnappings, assassinations, arson or extortions in the name of Biafra are not part of IPOB. They are criminals and enemies of our people, enemies of the Biafra restoration project. Let no criminal hide Let no criminal hide behind the reverend name of IPOB or commit evil. Let no cultist, bandit, political thug, armed robber or state-sponsored bias parade as a freedom fighter. IPOB has zero tolerance for criminality. We want to make it abundantly clear that anybody enforcing sit-at-home orders without IPOB authorization is not one of us. Another who abducts or buys innocent civilians, security agents or traditional rulers is not one of us. Anybody intimidating traders, commuters or students in the name of Biafra is a criminal and unrepentant saboteur, not a patriot. We have also taken note of state induced violence and black operations designed to implicate IPOB, especially in areas where government agents stage attacks or deploy counter-insurgency forces to terrorize civilians. These tactics have been used repeatedly to demonize our movement and justify the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in defiance of court orders and international law. We must not fall for these traps. We must remain vigilant, focused, and grounded in truth. IPOB was established to protect our people, not endanger them. The oath we swore is to defend Biafra land and its people, not to destroy lives or disrupt economic activities. Let this message echo in every village, town, and diaspora unit. IPOB is a disciplined movement. We do not buy, we do not kidnap, we do not burn our communities, we do not operate in secrecy, we do not compel obedience through terror. Those perpetrating violence in our name are either government operatives in disguise or misguided elements who will be exposed, disowned, and decisively dealt with. This is a critical movement in our journey to freedom. We urge all IPOB family members, supporters, and well-meaning Biafrans to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and unwavering in their loyalty to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us not sabotage our own struggle by allowing criminals and enemies to infiltrate our ranks. Any act of violence from this point forward will be treated as a betrayal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and a direct sabotage of the Biafran cause. We are IPOB. We are peaceful, we are focused, we are righteous, and we are unstoppable because our mandate is divine and our cause is just. Also, in another news update, indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) has condemned the recent riots in Mbano area of Imo State, which the Zoo government police force blamed on the group and its security arm, the Eastern Security Network (ESN). Several persons were reportedly died when government invaded Umualakuku community in Ehime Mbano local government area of Imo State on Monday morning. It was reported that the attack lasted for several hours as the government fired indiscriminately forcing residents to remain indoors. Spokesman of the Imo State Police Command ASP Henry Okoye alleged that the attackers were suspected members of IPOB and its armed wing, Eastern Security Network. However, in a statement on Saturday by its spokesman, Comrade Emma Powerful, IPOB condemned the attack. The pro-Biafra group equally distanced its members and ESN from the attack. IPOB blamed the incident on security agencies, alleging that the attack was part of what it described as state-sanctioned mass murder and political manipulation. The statement reads, "The indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) condemns in the strongest terms that barbaric massacre of innocent civilians in Mbano, Imo State, reportedly carried out by government who the Nigerian security agencies, without evidence or investigation, have as usual rushed to blame on IPOB and the Eastern Security Network (ESN). This is a tired, manufactured narrative as now serves as a wicked cover for state-sanctioned mass murder and political manipulation. We assert without equivocation that this heinous act is not only tragic but also part of a recurring pattern. Each time the legal argument for the release of our leader Nnamdi Kanu gain momentum in court and public discourse, as has been the case in recent weeks, the Nigerian state resorts to violence and bloodshed in Southeast. These orchestrated riots are then cynically weaponized to discredit IPOB, divert public attention and manufacture consent for continued illegal detention and persecution. This latest buying spree is not the work of IPOB, it is the handwork of faceless, filthy columnists, operatives embedded within the zoo government security services who slaughter our people to criminalize Biafra agitation and legitimize the just struggle for our collective freedom. And make no mistake, their mission is aided and abetted by the complicit silence and active betrayal of a cowardly criminal political grouping in Igbo land whose only legacy is the betrayal of their people. To the governors of the Southeast and their Abuja handlers, we ask, how long will you mortgage the blood of your people for a seat at the table of operation? How many more Igbo youths must be sacrificed before your envy, cowardice, and lust for federal favour is satisfied? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's popularity that threatens you so much that you would rather see your homeland burn than allow justice to prevail? Let it be known to the world, IPOB is not responsible for the bias in Mbano or anywhere else. The real criminals are those who profit from bloodshed, who fear justice, and who believe that power can only be maintained through lies, bullets, and blackmail. We reject these false attributions and challenge the zoo police to present evidence in a court of law, not press statements. If indeed IPOB or ESN is culpable, as a zoo government and its agencies in Igbo land would like to have us believe. This pattern of government orchestrated buyings followed by false flag accusations must stop. IPOB will not be deterred by these evil plots. We remain focused on exposing the sham prosecution of our leader and unmasking the judicial and prosecutorial route that has turned zoo government law into a tool of vendetta rather than justice. The Directorate of Media and Publicity will not be silenced. Every act of repression only strengthens our resolve. Every innocent life lost carries out for justice, and that justice will surely come. Let the world take note. The slaughter of the innocent in Igbo land will never be forgotten. We hold the zoo government state and its collaborators in the southeast responsible. Now the news in summary. The indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) issued a warning against violence, criminality and public disorder in the name of Biafra agitation, emphasizing that such acts are not sanctioned by their leadership. IPOB condemned recent violence in the southeast and south-south regions, including kidnappings and killings, stating these acts contradict their peaceful philosophy. The group clarified that it does not support any form of disturbance or criminal operations, and those committing such acts are not part of IPOB. IPOB accused state and non-state actors of using violence to discredit their movement and justify the detention of their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The organization reiterated its commitment to peaceful methods for Biafra's restoration, including legal and diplomatic means, and distanced itself from any violent activities. IPOB condemned the violence in Mbano, Imo State and denied involvement, blaming the incident on state-sanctioned violence and political manipulation. The group criticized the zoo government and Southeast political leaders for allegedly orchestrating violence to undermine their cause and maintain power. IPOB called for evidence from the zoo government police regarding accusations against them and vowed to continue exposing injustice against their leader and movement. The statement included with a commitment to justice and holding the zoo government state accountable for violence in Igbo land. We sincerely appreciate your presence for today's news update. Kindly remember to subscribe and share our video.